When you're starting something, anything, it can be music, it can be TV for us, there's always this sense of expectation and surprise of what will happen. Say, with a show, I'm always worried about, ooh, what will our rating be? Or will it make it? Will it not make it? Will we win an Emmy this year? Will we not? So you always have that sense of not knowing, and makes you kind of have that energy to keep doing more and more. With New Kids on the Block, you go to all these countries, you always have success. You're always on the top. You always have the fans yelling and shouting. Have you lost that kind of sense of surprise, or is it still in some of the things that you do?
That's a real good question. I think, that's so good. Well, I think that we haven't lost it. I think we always know we have to keep giving more, because I think the day that we think, oh, we can just go up on stage and do whatever, it doesn't matter, they're gonna like us anyhow, that'll be the time that they'll turn and say, well, there's a new group out, we're gonna go to their concert instead. So I think we definitely have to keep striving. But on the other hand too, it's become, for me, I know it's become more of a job as time's gone by. I guess it's just become more routine.
We know how cool it must be to be on the top and have all this money and the girls and the shouting and the concerts. What are some things that are not that cool of being at the top?
I think just the lack of privacy. I mean, like I said, we're all human, but a lot of times we'll go to a store and somebody be like, what are you doing here? I'll be in Kmart buying underwears, and this girl will be totally freaked out because I'm buying underwears, and I'm like, I'm no different than anybody else.
I wear underwear.
So it's things like that. It's things that, when people get your home phone number and they call you at 2 o'clock in the morning, and, you get mad at them, and they say, oh, well, I thought you'd be up. You're like, well, I'm sleeping, I'm tired. Just little things like that.
Is the future something that scares you? Not knowing what is going to happen?
Yes, definitely. I think especially in the pop industry, I mean, it's a known fact that pop groups don't last for, as long as other types of groups. So who knows? If we're not around in the future, it'll hurt me, but at the same time, I can look back and say, well, look at what we accomplished. We made the biggest impact than any other pop group. So just that would make me feel good.
How do you feel about real obsessive fans who are willing to commit suicide for you guys? I am so close to so many of them that they send us letters to the station and please give us information on New Kids, and because if not, I'm going to kill myself, and I love them if they don't pay attention. Does that scare you?
Yeah, I think it's very scary. I would hate to see somebody lose their life over me. I mean, they got just as much to live for as I do, and we always get letters and stuff, and our sisters work for our fan club, and they try to keep on top of things, but it's also scary too, not just obsessive fans that say they're gonna kill themselves, but I know back in America when My Sister Sam, that movie, when that girl was killed, and they did an interview and they found out he was out looking for a lot of other people. That scares me. One time also, me and my brother were walking the streets of New York, and this guy came up and pulled a gun on us and said, I know who you are, you can't hide. So that type of thing. And then you think of John Lennon, and I don't even want to think about it. It's scary.
When you're in a press conference, and just as we heard right now, people start telling you about all the negative things, that you will have negative and positive, and that, they are 100% commercial group, and it's just marketing. And does that affect you? Do you try to prove the critics wrong, or do you much more ignore it?
I don't know. I mean, there is some truth to it, I think also that our career, we Maurice Starr was always there kind of doing things, but it's just been recently that we've really said, okay, enough is enough, and we've started to take control over our own careers. I guess as we've grown up, we've learned a lot more about the business. you know, but critics are doing their job, and you know, sometimes the stuff that they say is just so absurd that all you can do is laugh at it. And then sometimes they'll say something that has a little truth to it, and you know, it'll make you think a little more.
Are you a truly happy kid?
Yes, I'm very happy. You know, there's times when you have your ups and downs. You know, I know a couple tours ago, I was like ready to quit. I was ready to go home and just say, forget it. You know, you get stressed out just like with anything else. And we had a nice 4-week vacation, and now we're back here, and I'm very happy.
En Exclusiva, New Kids on the Block.
Step by step.